Minecraft is a game with a lot of items. I mean, fair, a game like Terraria might have more, but Minecraft still has plenty. A lot of items are considered rare, like diamonds or emeralds, and some very rare, like for example notch apples. However, on 9b9t, a server with absolutely no rules, some items that you might think are rare really aren't. Today I'd like to go over a few of these items, ranging from cool to surprising. I'll get some very common items off of my list right away. Fully enchanted gear, notch apples, swords, pickaxes, bows, all of those have been duped to their extremes over the years and are now as common as baked bread, or even more. You can basically find them just randomly sitting around spawn sometimes. Now the first real item is the dragon egg. I get a lot of comments and DMs about it. The dragon egg, in a normal Minecraft world, is a one-off trophy. You can get it by killing the ender dragon for the first time. Since it spawns only once, there should only be one copy of it on any Minecraft world. However, due to 9b9t's nature, the dragon egg has undergone mass duping and now is found very commonly in all miscellaneous materials shulkers. It's a cool item, but overall pretty useless. It's a decoration block, and a weird one adding to that. Another item, or rather items, are the player heads. Player heads are technically an illegal item, as they cannot be obtained on a regular survival world. However, on 9b9t, since they are technically mostly harmless and useless, they have been used as trophies. Players would get player heads of their choosing from the server's admin as rewards for winning competitions. Pairing that with the fact that player heads are not considered illegals by the anti-illegals plugin, like they are on 2b2t, this makes player heads a pretty common occurrence, with shulkers full of them being traded fairly often. Okay, so we're on 9b right now. Okay, there's not a lot of players because it's a total off hours. So I have 3 shulkers of heads, and one more actually. Yeah, so we have 3 from the Para's head collection. So shout out to Para for these. I don't actually know whom I traded this with for, but you know, they are Paras, so pretty cool. And I also have some in the treasure shulker. And I also have some books, some map art. I also have the World Border Shul, which actually is a cool remnant of the past when I was a part of the MDMC and we dug to the -X World Border. The last 1000 blocks we dug like together, like this big ass event. And that was like an inside joke that I would get a wooden shovel, and so I did. And so I keep it here just as a remnant of the past. I also have the Auschwitz breastplate, which you can learn more about probably by watching the community channel. I also have the dragon eggs, which I'm not gonna place because they would be an absolute horrendous mess to clean up later, because they're so annoying. But yeah, they're all pretty common. And although most of them are just a novelty, some of them are actually pretty cool, like for example the 99Y head. It's just a nice decoration block, you know, it's a small chest. Coming to the next item, we have the 2YA swords. The 2YA swords are diamond swords with literally every enchantment on them. They've been created, as the name suggests, during the 2YA by the admin. This is the first item on the list to actually have an advantage. Even though all the enchantments are their max survival levels, they have different, mutually exclusive enchantments that make them a bit better than your average pocket knife that you might have with sharpness 5. The history of how I found my first one was pretty fun. During early 2020, when I came back to spawn for the first time in my 9b9t history, I was wandering around spawn. Not many interesting things were going on at the time, so I was just exploring the wasteland, seeing the ruins, etc. During the exploration though, as I was looking for a portal in the overworld to travel a bit in the nether, I stumbled upon one that I noticed had a sword just laying next to it. When I picked it up, to my amazement, it had all the survival enchants. That was the 2YA sword, the first that I ever found, that I keep safe to this day in one of my treasures shulkers. I can even show it to you on 9b. Okay, so we're back on 9b, and here I have... yeah. This is the first sword that I found, Cardboard All's Revenge. I don't know who Cardboard All is, or why did he have to avenge someone, but this is the first sword that I found, the one, and this is a duped one of it. And this is the sword that I was using before I found it. As you can see, it's not even fully enchanted, but you know, a nice remnant. I keep the valuable shulker is just stuff that I found. Also some elytras, when elytras were re-enabled, they're just found, and tree walkers jizz and stuff like that, so pretty cool. The final item on my list is the illegal shulker. The illegal shulker was a shulker filled with bedrock, portal frames, and sharpness 9,999 swords. Although it was semi-rare back in 2020, after JJ nuked almost all of them, they became worthless. But still an interesting remnant of times gone. And yes, of course, I have the illegal shulker. So Nemo's, the plugin for anti-illegals would turn illegal blocks into Nemos. And the swords were just reverted to their sharpness 1. So originally there was portal frames on top, bedrock on bottom, and then sharpness 9999 swords in the middle. And what you would do usually, what you could do actually was pretty cool. Before the exploits, before we could place those, where JJ just fucked up, what you could do is you could click like 5 here, and then you would be holding Nemos on your screen. You have to do a bit of trickery besides that, but basically you would use the number keys and like a special opening type exploit, and you could hold those in your hand. So you could hold, for example, bedrock on your hand, and for other people you would be holding an illegal. You couldn't place it because it would not work, but it was pretty cool, a pretty cool way to troll and, you know, make fake screenshots and stuff. And one day when JJ fucked up, you could basically just right click those, number click those into your inventory and then place it. It would show as Nemo in your inventory, but the server saw it as bedrock or something, and you were able to place it. So it was pretty cool, but yeah, after that JJ just implemented a new plugin that reverted those on chunk load. So for example, if I left it here and then I left the chunk and re-entered it, they would be reverted. Where previously you would have to open the shulker to revert them. So JJ pretty much nuked all of them, and probably the only remaining ones are in forgotten stashes or something, I guess. We may never know. As you can see, 9b9t twists and turns the rules that govern standard Minecraft survival words. A lot of items become fairly common that you might not expect to be. Who knows what other items will join the common item pool in the future?